Hi everyone, I'm Mikayla. I'm here with the City of Stirling to offer you a chair yoga practice that you can do at home. This is a great sequence for you to do just in the comfort of your own home in the chair. So find a chair ideally that has no sides or low sides. It's a great practice to warm up through the shoulders and get some movement happening through the spine. I hope you enjoy the practice. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to begin the practice in a seated mountain pose. So finding yourself nice and even on your sit bones. You're going to take your knees in line with your hips, and then you're going to have your heels directly underneath your knees. Find yourself grounded so you feel a little bit of pressure down into the feet, and then start to notice what's happening with your spine. So we want to find ourselves sitting nice and tall. The crown of the head's going to lift up towards the ceiling. The shoulders are going to relax down as best you can away from your ears. And then if it feels comfortable for you, we're just going to spend a few moments just sitting here. So if you'd like to close your eyes down, then please join me in doing that. So just taking these first few moments of our practice just to arrive in our body. So feeling the earth beneath your feet. And feeling the chair underneath your legs and your buttocks. And see if you can sit yourself just a little taller. There's a very gentle drawing downwards of the chin so that the back of your neck is nice and long. And just finding yourself arriving here in your body, so slowing down the mind by focusing it on the sensations in your body. Allowing that awareness now to shift to the breath. So without the need to change or control the breath, just start to notice. As you breathe in, maybe some movement through the chest and the belly, expansion. And as you breathe out, a drawing back in as the breath leaves the body. And just finding your own natural rhythm of breath in and out. Each inhale an opportunity to create some space. And each exhale an opportunity to release any tension that you're feeling in your physical body. You might be noticing just by bringing your awareness to the breath that maybe it starts to slow, soften, deepen. Whatever it is for you is just perfect. Just keeping your awareness here on the breath. Just taking another 1 or 2 rounds here before we begin to move. And just notice what it feels like to sit and be still. A gentle reminder that it's okay just to be. So taking one more big breath here. And then as you let the breath go, slowly start to bring the chin down towards your chest. Also keeping nice and sturdy through the legs, pressing them a little bit into the earth. And just allow the head to hang forward, start to wake up the muscles through the back of your neck. Maintain a heaviness through your shoulders. And if it feels good for you, you might even start to bring your chin over towards one side. And keeping a heaviness through the head as you then travel back through the center and then gaze over the other way. And as you move slowly without the need to rush, start to notice how the sensation changes as you take this movement. The weight of your head and gravity creating a little space through the back of your neck. And we're going to make our way slowly back through the center. Take another big breath in here. Let the shoulders soften a little more as you exhale. And you're going to slowly start to lift your chin back into a neutral position, maybe blinking the eyes back open. From here, you're going to take the hands and just rest them down to the floor and start to generate some movement through your shoulders. So you're going to start with some big rolling circles. And as you do this, start to notice if you're doing the movement just in the arms or whether you can engage and mobilize and create a little space into the front and the back of your body, the back of your shoulders. Good, so it's as if you're lifting them up next to your ears and then squeezing them back behind you. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So when you're ready, you're going to travel forward and around. And again, just doing that a few more times. Noticing if you've begun to slouch a little in your chair, and create that sense of length again through your spine. Beautiful. From here, you're going to let the shoulders release down, reconnect into your mountain pose, so the feet firmly in the ground and evenness through your sit bones. And then start to spin the palms so they face up towards the sky. We're going to take an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. So starting to wake up a little into the shoulders. Just going to where you feel comfortable. And then as you exhale, you're going to release the arms back by your side. We're going to do that a few times together. So we're going to link in with the breath. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the arms, reaching them wide, maybe even spread the fingers. And then as you exhale, you release back down by your side. Let's do that 2 more times just like that. Inhale, lifting, lengthening, reaching. Maybe you're starting to lift them a little higher. And then exhale, release back down by your side. Good, and again, inhaling, lifting, spread the fingers as if you're going to touch the ceiling, and then releasing down. We're going to do 4 more. This time we're going to add a little bit of movement in with the feet. So as you take your breath in, same, you're going to lift the arms and start to lift the heels away from the earth. Little squeeze through the back of your legs, and then exhale, heels down, arms down. So that's the movement. We're going to do it 3 more times. Inhale, lift the heels, lift the arms. And then exhale, release the heels, release the hands. The shoulders become soft again. Good, 2 more. Inhale, rise. And then release. Last one. Inhale, lift the heels, lift the hands. This time the hands are going to come to touch. So reach them either overhead or out in front a little. And then the hands are going to lower to your heart as the heels connect back to the mat. Good, so find that length again through the spine, a softness through your shoulders. And from here we're going to lift the hands up towards the sky. So they're going to stay connected. You're going to start to bring the elbows towards one another. As the elbows come to that connected point, you're going to exhale again, lower the arms down. Spread the elbows and keep the palms pressing in and take them as low as you can until they start to separate, starting to wake up the hands and the wrists. So we're going to go again, inhaling to lift, elbows come to touch. Nice tall spine, and then exhale, release the elbows apart, palms come down. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, lift. And then exhale, lower. Keep those hands pressing in, nice and strong. Last one, inhale, lifting up. And then taking it down and open wide. Good, coming back into that elevated position, so elbows come to touch. Let's start to wake up the spine. So cactus arms, as you inhale, they're going to spread open, keeping a bend in the elbows. And then we're going to start to lift the sternum up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze as well, if that's okay for your neck. And then from here, we're going to go in the opposite direction. You're going to draw your belly in, you're going to start to round your back and bring the hands and elbows to touch just underneath the head here. As you inhale, you're going to lift, straighten the spine, bring the arms and shoulders back, lifting through the chest, gazing up. And then as you exhale, draw in and round. Chin to chest, elbows and hands connect. Let's continue with that same movement a few times, juicing up into the spine. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, draw in and round. Now you can find your own natural rhythm of breath here, so if you want to go a little faster or slower than me, please do. Feeling the shoulder blades spread at the back of your body as you round, and then as you lift and open, creating space through the front of your chest. Let's do that 1 more time. We're going to round forward. And then inhaling to lift. From here, bring the hands back towards one another, elbows come to touch as well. Now we're going to create a little rotation through the spine. So as you take an inhale, sit your body nice and tall, press into your feet. And then you're going to open up towards this side, the left side here. So start to reach the arm back behind, start to rotate through the chest. Maybe the gaze goes back towards your left hand. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring that arm back into touch, back to the starting point. And then we're going to go over to the right. So as you inhale, you're going to lengthen and open, seeing if you can use the muscles through your belly to rotate you around to the side. Remember, the gaze can follow if that feels okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring them back into touch. Let's do that again. So starting with the left side. So as you inhale, you're going to open. Start to rotate the chest and the shoulders towards the side of your chair. And then draw it back in, palms, elbows connect. And then over towards the right. Inhale to open. Find that rotation through your chest. And then close. This is so great for a nice healthy spine. Let's go one more time each side. Inhaling, open to the left. And then release back through the middle. Last one, let's finish it off on the right. Inhale to open. And then exhale to release. Palms, elbows connect. Beautiful work. From here, you're going to reach the fingers up towards the sky, circle them out nice and wide, and then let them land next to your body. To just take a moment here and notice. Just start to notice how you're feeling through the shoulders. Start to notice that sense of breath moving through you. So we've already taken our spine into a forward and back motion, into a rotation from right to left, and now we're going to move into a side movement. So letting the arms rest by your side, maybe let the shoulders become heavy and take a little shake into your wrists and your hands. And we're going to start with the left arm. So when you're ready, you're going to take an inhale, reaching that left arm right up towards the sky. Now, if reaching towards the sky doesn't feel great for your shoulders, then just take your hand towards your shoulder here. So either option 1 or option 2. And from here, you're going to keep both sit bones grounding down into the chair, and you're going to reach up and over towards the side. So creating space under the arm all the way down towards the hip. If you want to, you can grab onto the side of the chair with the opposite hand for a little extra stability. Now make sure you're not leaning too far that one of your sit bones comes off the ground, so keep yourself nice and centered. And then you're going to generate the movement and length by reaching the hand up and over. Good, you're going to take a nice big inhale into the left side of your body, opening up through the ribs. And then as you exhale, center yourself back through the middle and release the arm back down by your side. And let's try it on the other side. So the right hand is going to lift out towards the side. Remember, you can take the hand towards the elbow or reach it up towards the sky. And then you're going to lean up and over. Yeah, maybe using the opposite hand to grab on. And then generate the movement by lengthening the fingers away from the shoulder. Yeah, taking a nice big breath into the right side of your body. And then release. Center yourself back into the middle, shoulders over your hips, and then release the arm down. Well, let's do that a little bit more with the breath. So left hand, as you inhale, reach it up towards the sky. As you exhale, lean over towards the side. Stay for the breath in, really send it towards the ribs. And then release, come back through the center, arm falls back down by your side. Right arm, inhale, send it high. Exhale, take that little lean over. Stay for the breath in, send it to the right ribs. And then release, come back through center, arm falls down back by the side. We're going to do one more each side, so back over towards the left hand, inhale it up. Exhale, stretch and reach. Good, take the breath in, create that space through the ribs. And then back through the middle. Let that arm rest by your side. Last one, right side. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, reach up and over. Remember, keep the sit bones and feet grounding down. Stay for the breath in, send it to the right side. And then release, come back through center, arm rests back by your side. Beautiful, and just notice again that movement, that activation and waking up through the side of your body. From here, the hands are going to rest onto your thighs. We're going to come into a little bit of a forward fold. So taking a nice big breath, lengthen the body, hug the elbows next to you, and then you're going to start to travel forwards. The hands are going to start to move on top of the thighs. And then if it's comfortable, you might stay here. If you want to go a little further, you're going to start to glide the elbows and forearms towards the knees. Yeah, so feet are nice and supportive in front of you. The elbows are supported on the knees. From here, we're going to glide ourselves back up. So elbows start to travel back towards your hips. Wrists and hands connect to the knees and sit yourself tall. I'm just going to do that a few more times. So when you're ready, start to travel forward. Leaning forward, hinging at the hips, elbows come towards the knees. Remembering that you can stop anywhere along the way that you feel comfortable, and then traveling back in to sit up. One more time, exactly like that. So travel yourself forward, hands glide across the thighs, then the elbows connect, come forward, and then release, elbows in, hands back towards the legs. Now if that feels comfortable for you, you're going to stick with that. If you want to go a little further, then you can join along with me. We're going to travel the hands forward. This time, instead of stopping here, we're going to continue the hands traveling down the fronts of the shins. So over the top of the knees, down towards the ankles, stopping to where you feel comfortable. And then you're going to glide yourself back up. Hands come back to the knees and then sit yourself tall. Let's go again, two more forward folds. Lengthen yourself down. Maybe giving your legs a little bit of a massage along the way. Yeah, keep your gaze forward, your neck nice and neutral, and then traveling back up. Hands along the legs, back towards the thighs. Last one. So finding that folding here at the hips, so great for generating some space. Be mindful of any back issues and stopping where you know is the right spot for you. So tuning into your own body, lifting yourself back up, finding yourself sitting tall. From here, we're going to move into a sun salutation. So we're going to do it seated. So it's a little bit modified. So if you've practiced yoga before, you might recognize some of the movements. For some of you, it might be completely new. So the idea here is to do some of the movements that we've already been doing today. We're going to link it. We're going to do about 3 rounds together. And the idea is just to really work with our breath. So one breath, one movement. So it's a really great practice to center the mind and focus it on our body and on this moment. So when you're ready, find your mountain pose. So remember, you want to have the feet nice and firm on the floor, arms by your side. Take a spin of the palms so that they face up. And then from here, we're just going to take a big breath in together. And then let the breath go. On the next inhale, we're going to move. So as you breathe in, the arms are going to circle up towards the sky. Palms are going to come to touch. So either overhead or out in front a little. As you exhale, palms connect, bring them down towards your heart. Good. As you take your next inhale, you're going to spread the arms wide, open them out, reach them to the opposite walls. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold forward. So hands are going to find the knees. Maybe they stay there as you fold forward. Or maybe if it's comfortable for you, you take the hands down towards your shins or your feet. As you take your next inhale, you're going to lengthen the body. So lift yourself halfway up. Chest is forward, gaze is forward. Look towards the front of your room. And then as you exhale, fold again. So melt the shoulders and body back down. From here, we inhale back up. So press into your feet, draw your navel in and circle the arms back up towards the sky. They're going to come to touch. Maybe you gaze to them as they connect. And then exhale, lower them back down to your heart. Yes, that's one round. Let's go again. So inhale, circle the palms, lifting them up to touch. Exhale, hands lower down towards the heart. As you take your next breath in, you're going to open the arms wide, broaden through the chest. As you exhale, fold. Hands to the knees, the shins, or the feet. I'm going to stop at the shins this round. Take a halfway lift, look forward. So lift the sternum, the chest away from your legs. And then as you exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise up, press into the feet, circle the hands back up to the sky. And then exhale, release them down towards your heart space. Let's go one more round. Inhale, circle. Exhale, hands to the heart. Soften the shoulders. Take a big breath in as you open the arms wide. As you exhale, fold. Hands to the knees, shins or feet. Take a halfway lift, look forward. As you exhale, fold back down. Inhale, we're going to rise back up. Reach the arms tall, spine long. And then exhale, lower the hands to the space in front of your heart. Good, and from here, just let the hands rest down onto your thighs. So just take a moment, maybe close the eyes and just notice how that feels in your body. So that fluid movement and breath. Keeping your mind connected here to this moment by focusing in on the sensations you're feeling and noticing in your body. Starting to bring your awareness now down into your feet. We're going to start to move a little into the lower body. So when you're ready, you're just going to find again that mountain pose. And we're just going to do what we did earlier with the arm raises. We're just going to focus on the feet. So as you take an inhale, you're going to press into the balls of the feet, lift the heels away from the earth. And then as you exhale, the heels are going to lower back to the mat, back to the earth. Good. Let's go again. Inhaling, lift the heels away. Take a little squeeze at the top. Feel the muscles at the backs of your legs turning on. And then as you exhale, the heels lower down. Let's just do that 5 more times. Inhaling to lift. And then releasing back down. Good. Finding that little squeeze at the top. Starting to wake up the ankles, the feet, the legs, release. Good, 3 more. Inhaling to rise. And release. Final 2, take the heels up, little squeeze at the top, maybe even take a little higher if you can. And then back to the earth. Last one, lifting. And releasing. Beautiful. So we're going to move with the left leg to start with. So keeping the sit bones grounding down, you're going to press into the right foot. As you inhale, lift the left leg up away from the earth. Now see if you can do this without moving your upper body too much. And then as you exhale, you're going to lower that foot back down to the floor. Same leg. This time you're going to point the toes. You're going to lift the leg out in front, starting to wake up through the front of the ankle. And then flex the foot, toes to your nose, and then release the heel back down to the mat, the foot back down to the floor. Same leg. You're going to inhale, lift it up. And if it's okay for your hip, you're going to start to open it out to the side and then draw it back in. I'm going to do that a few more times just to warm up the leg. So when you're ready, left leg lifts. Inhale, rise. And then take it back to the floor. Point the foot, lifting up. Flex the foot, taking it down. And then we're going to lift, if it's okay for your hip, open out. And then draw it back in. Let's do that one more time as a warm-up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. Point and rise. Flex, release. Take it up and open. This time you're going to land it out towards the side. So we're turning ourselves now towards the corner of the room. You want to find again your spine sitting nice and tall, opening the legs out. It doesn't matter if it's a V or if it looks more like an L, yeah? Whatever works for your body. From here you're going to reach the arms out towards the side. If it's okay for your neck, take a gaze towards the side as well. So the side that your leg is pointing, your left side. So just as we did in our mountain pose, we still want to maintain that length through the spine and start to press a little bit into the feet and start to wake up the muscles through your legs. This is a seated warrior pose. So notice here if the shoulders have crept up next to your ears. See if you can keep them nice and low, nice and released. Spread the fingers nice and wide as if you're going to touch either wall with your fingertips. So maybe starting to feel that waking up through the shoulders. See if you can reach a little further. Good. From here we're going to take the left hand up towards the sky. So the right hand is going to come towards your hip. Flip the left hand up towards the sky, a little reverse warrior, as if you're painting the ceiling with your fingertips. Take a little bit of a lean. And you'll start to notice a little bit of waking up underneath the left arm, through the side of the body. If it's okay for your neck, you're going to lift your gaze up towards the hand. Otherwise, you might maintain that neutral neck looking forward. We're going to take another breath in. Make sure the feet and their legs are still active, opening and pressing down. And then reach the fingers maybe an inch higher. And then from here, we're going to release into a side angle pose. Left forearm is going to touch down onto that knee. And you're going to start to spin yourself back towards the front. So just a little bit of a lean here. Start to take your right shoulder back. And if it's okay for the arm, you might reach it back behind you. Again, if it's okay for your neck, the gaze is going to turn towards your right hand. So still finding length in the spine, making sure you're not collapsing onto the left hand. Think about lifting the body tall. Think about reaching the right hand nice and long. Take another breath in. And then release, coming back up into your warrior pose. Beautiful. From here, you're going to release the hands back down. Left leg is going to come back in through the center. And then we're going to move on to the other side. So before we do, just start to notice. Maybe you can feel more sensation through this left leg than you do on the right. Let's balance that out. So starting with that warm-up sequence. So we're going to start with the right leg. As you inhale, lift it up towards the sky. Yeah, making sure the shoulders are still over the hips, and then exhale, take it down. Good, point and lift. Flex the foot, release it down. Moving into the hip now, lifting it up, opening it out. And then drawing it back in, touching it down. Good, we're going to do that 2 more times. So straight up and down, inhale to lift and release, starting to wake up through the hip here. Point and lift the foot. Lengthen the leg long, flex, the heel touches down. Opening up through the hip, inhale, take it wide, just to where you feel comfortable. And then drawing it back in and touching down. Last one, inhale, lift and lower. Yeah, point and rise. Flex and release. Last one, taking it up, opening it out to the side. This time you're going to hold it out there. So coming into that warrior pose, remember to turn your body out to the side as well. So same angle as the corner of the chair. The knees are opening nice and wide. Press into the feet. So if you've taken your legs too wide and you can't activate by pressing your feet down, just narrow the feet a little bit. Yeah, no problems. So find yourself with the heels pressing down, open up through the knees, and then take the arms into your warrior shape. So this time it's your right leg and right hand which is going to be your front. So turn your gaze towards that side. Let the shoulders soften and then reach the fingers out in opposite directions, as if you're going to touch the walls either side of you. And then come back into the rhythm of your breath. So notice that rising and falling of your belly as we hold it here for 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, left hand is going to come towards the hip, reverse warrior, flip the front hand and then lift it up towards the ceiling. So waking up through the right side of your body. Yeah, keeping nice and steady in the feet by pressing them down. Remember, the gaze can lift or you might keep it out in front, whatever feels good for your body today. We're going to take another big breath in. And then land in side angle pose. So the right forearm is going to touch down onto that right leg. And start to rotate yourself back to the front. And then the left hand is going to reach out by your side. Again, being mindful of the neck. So if this twisting of the head towards the left doesn't suit you today, then just keep your gaze forward. Still keep that length through the body. Press the feet down. And then find your breath again. So take a nice big inhale. Stretch those fingers wide. Soften through the shoulders as you release. 1 more time, big breath in. Let the breath go. And returning back up to your warrior two position. And then releasing the arms down. You're going to take that right leg back in to face the front. So finding again that mountain pose, taking the hands towards the space in front of the heart, a few little movements just to finish off the practice. So feeling again that energy through the legs, stay nice and strong. Take a nice big breath in as you lengthen. And as if you're gluing your thumbs towards your chest, you're going to start to rotate around towards the left. So using the muscles of your belly to turn yourself. Left shoulder draws back, right shoulder travels forward. And then as you inhale, you're going to come back through the center. And then over to the right. So similar to what we did earlier, we're creating this rotation through the spine. As you inhale, come back through the center. And then as you exhale, twist. So keeping it active for these first few rounds, really asking the muscles through the spine and through the belly to switch on. Back through the middle, and then over to the right. As we travel over towards the left, you're going to hold it there. So releasing through the middle, using the belly to rotate around. Option one, you might just stay here with the hands at the heart, an active position, or perhaps the hands land down to the outside of your left leg. So maintain that sense of length through your spine. Each time you inhale, you're lengthening the body. And as you exhale, maybe you're rotating yourself a little further, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Again, just taking the twist to where you feel comfortable today. Good, taking another big breath in here, lengthen. Find that rotation. Let's travel back through the center to the other side. So inhale, straighten yourself back to the middle. And then over to the right. Good, so find that active position first. Go as far as you feel comfortable, as far as you can. And then release the hands down. So this time the left shoulder's traveling forward, the right shoulder's drawing back. The gaze is wherever you feel comfortable along the way. Yeah, each inhale again is an opportunity for space. So breathe into your chest and your belly. And then each exhale, an opportunity to release a little. So maybe the shoulders drop down a little further away from your ears. Good, you're going to bring yourself back through the center on an inhale. And then exhale, release the arms by your side. You're coming into a dynamic forward fold just to bring our spine back into the center. So the feet are going to stay out in front, arms are nice and heavy by your side. As you take an inhale, you're going to circle the hands, lift them up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, just folding halfway, let the hands swing by your side and then lift them back up behind you like you're going to touch the wall. And then we're going to go again, press into the feet, lift the body up. Maybe your gaze lifts between the hands. And then as you exhale, travel forward, sturdy in the feet, reach the arms back and up. Let's do that 2 more times together. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, travel forward. Last one, inhale, rise up. And then exhale, travel forward. Reaching the hands back and up behind. Good, take them up one last time, big breath in. And then as you exhale, palms come to touch and then take them down towards your heart space. And then let the hands rest down onto your thighs. Let the shoulders relax once more. And by finishing, we're just going to close the eyes a little. Just for a few moments. Just taking this pause. So feeling the feet connecting down onto the earth. Feeling an evenness through right and left as you sit here in the chair. And just take a moment to notice. Noticing the effects of that movement and that breath. Perhaps you notice that some areas in your body feel a little more alive, a sense of energy, a sense of flow. Perhaps you notice that the breath is flowing in and out a little more easy. And perhaps you notice there's a little more space between the thoughts. Whatever it is that you find is perfect. There is no right or wrong answer. The magic is just in being aware. You are welcome to stay here in this moment of stillness as long as you like. It has been a pleasure guiding your practice. Namaste.